Hey guys, Blake here from Into Mobile, and today we're going to take a look at the brand new Galaxy Nexus. This is the HSPA Plus version, so until we get our hands on the Verizon version, you'll just have to make do with this one. This version is a little thinner. It's not going to be by much when the LTE version is actually released, but if you're all about thinness on a phone, you might want to opt for the HSPA Plus version. It's not currently available on AT&T or T-Mobile yet, but if you do get this imported, or if you can get it through Expansis or some other sites, it will work on T-Mobile or AT&T. It is a pentaband phone, so you should be able to access their 3G and HSPA networks. HSPA Plus, have you? So let's just do a quick look around the box. It's just it looks similar to most of the previous Nexus boxes, just a simple white box. This one a little longer. You can see on the side it has the picture of the profile of the device, as well as on this side. Nothing important there, and clean on here. So we're also just going to open it up, and obviously here is the phone. Oh yeah, look on the back really quick. Just Google Samsung, all the good stuff. Opening up the box, you have a quick start guide, the warranty card, a set of pretty decent. I'm not sure if they're the best, but they're a little better than what you get in most phones. Pretty nice little earbuds, and then also the inline mic, which you can answer a call. There's no other navigation methods on that. Alright, and you also get this syncing cable, as well as the power adapter. This is not the US version, but it did come in the box somewhere. But enough of that. We're just going to jump right into the phone because that's what you're all looking for. So this is the Galaxy Nexus. This is one of the most anticipated Android phones, obviously, because it has Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich on it. So we're just going to boot this up right quick. And I've already turned it on and kind of got myself situated a little with it. Tried to become a little more familiar with ice cream sandwich. Playing with it on the emulator is a very different experience. Also, nifty little boot animation for you. Let's go, while this is booting up, let's just kind of go and see what's up with this. Obviously, the first thing you're going to notice on this device, it's a 4.65 inch HD Super AMOLED display, and it is a really stunning display. I mean, everybody kind of had the idea that it was going to be on the pixelated side because it does use the Pentile matrix, but it's really just something you kind of need to see to really believe. It's a very nice display. So we're going to jump into, I'm not going to jump to the software right yet, but obviously the display, there's no capacitive buttons because, like Honeycomb, Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich, you don't need them. Up on top you have the earpiece, as well as the proximity ambient light sensors, as well as a 1.3 megapixel camera, which can record in HD if you so choose. It's hidden right now, but you'll right at the bottom is a hidden LED notification light, so that's pretty nifty. I'm glad to see that they put it front and center, or just right in the center of the bottom piece, and they had the spaces. There's no buttons, so it's pretty nice. The profile of the device is really rather thin. Let's get this out of the way. It's a little less curved than we were actually imagining from the pictures that we had seen. But it is still, it's very understated, but it is there when you actually see it, when you actually hold it, but you might miss it. It's subtle and it's nice though. Up on this right side is the power button, which is kind of nice because this is a big phone, so it's kind of like more of a natural feel when you're holding it. You can just kind of hit it with your thumb. And then on the other right along here is the 3-pin dots for the media dock or other docks that we're assuming that we have yet to see become available for the device, but I'm sure they probably will, especially when the LTE version for Verizon comes out. Up on the back we have the 5 megapixel camera, as well as the Google and Samsung logo. The backing is, they call it a hyperskin. It is It's very similar to what you'd find on one of the Galaxy S2 devices. It's a little more on the softer side. It does provide a decent grip, but it's everything is essentially plastic on this device, but it does feel premium. It's a nice device all around. The back is actually a little tricky to get on. There's just tabs you have to hook along the side over here. It took me a while, so I'm not going to demo it. But also on the back you have the hump we're used to seeing on most Samsung devices. It's actually not that dramatic, but it's it's a nice touch, as well as the speaker on the bottom, which is actually very loud. So up on the right the bottom of the device right here, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, the microphone, and the micro USB charger. Really can't stand 3.5mm headphone jacks on the bottom of devices. I see why they have them, I just don't like it. Going on this side, we have the volume rocker, which is oddly, I think it could stand to actually be a little higher on the device, but at the same time, it does work. It has a nice feedback onto it. It's not flush with the device completely, but it is overall functional. It's a volume rocker. What else do you expect? There's absolutely nothing on the top, but it's actually pretty thin, so I can see why they might have made the choice to throw everything else on the bottom. So that was just a quick hardware tour. So now we're going to jump right into the software. I'm sure you've seen it before, but this is Ice Cream Sandwich. They've borrowed heavily from Android 3.0 Honeycomb, and so you kind of get the ring. That's the animation when the screen turns off. So you can also, you take the ring, you can bring it to unlock the device, or you can jump right into the camera. So the camera's actually pretty good on the front-facing camera. Let's see where we can go. We're just going to go back home and we'll deal with the camera later. So this is Ice Cream Sandwich. It is it's very similar and very different all at the same time. You're still giving the five screens from your standard Android layout. I mean, it's essentially the same thing you would expect, but there's so much of it is revamped. Now the search bar is static. You're not going to find it moving anywhere. It's always going to be find it up on top. One thing that you will notice is there's no search key, which is kind of something I miss. You don't need it because most of the core applications have been updated where they will have a search option. But see, there's a search option right here. But at the same time, I just do wish that there was a search option on the buttons. There is definitely enough room. Speaking of which, these on-screen buttons are very simple. There's the back, there's the home, and then there's a multitasking. It's as simple as, we've seen this very similar to Honeycomb. You just tap on it and you can dismiss them like that. It doesn't actually kill the app, but it is a nice way to, just get to the content that you want to. You can also do this with notifications. So there you go. Another thing I didn't tell you about the lock screen is if your phone is locked, you can actually peek into your notifications this way, as well as just go straight to the settings. Okay, maybe I lied. Let's try that one more time. Oh, okay, it did actually take me to the settings. So this is also something that's changed quite a bit. It's pretty standard. I mean, everything is more important to you. You're probably going to connect to Wi-Fi or Bluetooth within the first couple of minutes of setting up the phone. There's also the new data usage option. So if you are capped at 2 or something below, you can set yourself a warning. So you can do set mobile data usage, and say you have 5 gigs, you want to give yourself a 2 GB warning, so you will actually get warned when that happens. And and you can actually even go into individual apps. Let me see what I can do right here. Oh, I don't want to do that. So you can actually do the warning at a smaller amount, especially, and you can actually bring this down if you have less data. Alright, well, we'll figure that more out in the real review, but this is really nice that Google has really implemented this, because it's one of the things that we're consuming more data more than ever lately, especially with phones of this caliber. People want to be on it more, and especially when the LTE device comes out, because excuse me, you're going to be consuming a lot of data. So that is just a quick little look in the data feature. So we're also going to go over to the phone. It's simple and to the point, but it's very different from what we're used to seeing. You can also slide to see your call log as well as your favorites. So that was pretty neat. And there's also a dedicated search feature. Also similar to that is the people, which is very Windows Phone-esque, but it is a very nice look to it. I'm really glad to see that they kind of made a little, quite a few colors pop. I mean, the very Tron look and feel to it is nice, but it is nice to see a nice pop of color, especially when you're dealing with such a screen like this. It's beautiful. Also, there's the new way you do folders. You can so this comes pre-installed. Most of the Google apps actually are found right here. But to make a folder, all you do is lay one on top of another, and you have a folder. I don't believe you can throw a folder into a folder. Not going to happen. But you can place a folder into your favorites tray. So that's pretty nice. Alright, let's switch that back up. And let's go straight to the apps. So apps are kind of also displayed like Android Honeycomb. You have this nifty little 3D animation. It's nothing too special, but it does add a nice little piece of flair. If you keep going through and scrolling through your apps, you will access the widgets. You can also access widgets by hitting the tab right there. But if you just swipe past, you will start getting into your widgets. It's nice, and you can also preview what the widget would be by just holding it over. Oh, no more room on that one, so let's go somewhere over here. Come on. There you go. And you choose the account, and so let's go right there, and let's just do start. And something else you can do is resize widgets, excuse me. So that probably needs to sync because I haven't had this phone on that long. One thing I really did like is that I'm not sure if this is all applications, but certain applications like Plume, the Twitter client, which had scrollable widgets for third-party home replacements. Their widgets actually do scroll without any problem. You just add it, and there you go. Also, let me see if the widgets are not widgets, messaging. So we're going to start a message, and we're going to test out the new voice to text feature. It's now almost nearly immediate. So let's test this out. I have not tested this out before, but let's try it. Hey there, comma. I'm testing out the new Galaxy Nexus. It's pretty cool, right? Question mark. This Android ice cream sandwich is pretty cool. And you just do done. Oh, and it caught my voice because I was talking before I said done. It will eventually stop, but it will catch you. It's nice that they actually give you the time to... I'm sorry, make sure you can see this. We actually didn't have any edits that we need to do. So it says, hey there, I'm testing out the new Galaxy Nexus. It is pretty cool. So yeah, we would have to edit that, and it's simple as actually just tapping, and you can do it's perfect. So the feature is actually pretty nice. I'm not sure if you're always going to use it, but since it is now almost instantaneous, it's more functional than ever, and you might find yourself using it a bit more than previously. So that was just a quick look at that. Also, the browser has actually done a huge revamp that is really nice in the eyes. It's very simple. Sure, I'll share my location. Alright, so the simple address bar, you type or speak your suggestion, go into it. You can also just go into the tabs you have. I only have one up, so let's just add one. We'll go to Google again, and just like notifications and multitasking menu, you can swipe to dismiss and just flip through each one. So we're going to go into mobile. Let's just do that really quick. Let me see. And usually if it brings you to the mobile website, which I believe I already turned this site to go to the desktop website, these three little dots, excuse me, act as a menu. And so if it sends you to the mobile website and you would like the desktop, you can just request it immediately. You can also save the entire web page, including videos, for offline reading. Unfortunately, Flash is not supported at the moment, but it is coming, so we just definitely know that should be coming within a month or so. Scrolling is pretty much exactly what you'd think. It's pretty smooth. I mean, this is really where the HD Super AMOLED shines, because it's just a really nice device, display on the device. And so if you actually jump into a page, the rendering and the loading of the pages is very fast. And so we're going to see how fast we'll do this. One feature that I've always liked about Android, and it's not gone, is the text to wrap feature. This is something that not a lot of browsers seem to have, even though it's very smart. Say you have a lot of text on the screen, and you just like the size that it is at, and you don't want to have to either scroll side to side or not zoom, so you can just double tap, and all of the text will render to the zoom level. Obviously, if you don't have, hopefully your eyes are better than this, but you can easily just zoom out and then double tap again, and it will render that way as well. So that was a quick look at the browser, which is really nice. The text comes out really crisp. The pictures, the colors just pop. I mean, that's thanks to the AMOLED tech behind it. We do wish it was AMOLED Plus, but we're really not complaining, because this is just a really nice phone. Excuse me. Overall, Ice Cream Sandwich shows a lot of promise. There are a couple snags here and there, but it's nothing that's really going to keep us from wanting this on every Android phone we've ever seen. Hopefully we will be able to get a review out very soon for you, but this is just a quick look. There's a ton of other things. Actually, before we go, we actually will go to the camera. Oh, and you see the notification LED just popped up. So this is the camera. It does have essentially a zero shutter lag that we really like. Let's just take a picture of my mouse. So you will hear, let me see if I can turn up the volume just so you hear it when you take a picture. So it has a zero shutter lag, and we're just gonna go. Actually, since I did have the flash on, there was a bit of a delay, so I'm gonna turn that off just so you can see how quick it goes. So that was very quick. So, and if you can just, oh, that's the share button. You see, so these are all the pictures I just took in about 10 seconds. Actually, significantly less than that, but it's very quick. We do wish it was a nicer sensor than what the 5 megapixel camera on it. It is a decent camera, but it is not the best, and we do wish that Samsung would have just added in the same sensor that we found in the Galaxy S2, because we really do like that camera. But this is just a quick hardware and software tour. We're going to have so much more for you in the official review. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.